Should we lift that on there first?
Do you want to just describe what we're doing?
Gearbox in car.
Oh, fucking hell.
Don't go there. Right, so that's the original engine. It's a 289, 1965, I think. 65. Yeah. Had a lot of trouble with the waterways on it. Did my friend Tony. Whether it was his fault, something wrong with the inlet manifold, who knows? But anyway, cursory inspection, took the heads off, and they're bollocks. All the valves pitted on the top, they should be nice and flat. They're about 50 thou shorter than they should be. All the rocker arms smudged. So you possibly get away with a top end build, but realistically it needs completely rebuilding.
Yep.
So his choice was go and get another engine just to get him on the road.
Yeah.
Because obviously it can take some time to source your parts and do this and do that. So he's gone this morning to pick up another engine that he's bought. In the meantime, he said, can I take the gearbox out? Because he was going to get that rebuilt or checked over. But he decided not to in the end, just clean it, because he said it worked perfectly well.
Yeah.
So cleaned it all. So just going to put the gearbox back in. And normally, when you put an engine in one of these, you bolt the gearbox to the engine and slide the lot in through the hole that way.
Yeah.
But this has got aftermarket power steering, which is that piece there with the pipes and that big steering knuckle joiner there.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to take that out, because inherently with anything to do with steering, and people who own cars, they go, it doesn't drive like it used to.
Yeah.
So the less you can do with suspension and steering, the better.
Yeah.
So we split the engine off the bulkhead, off the bell housing, and lifted it out, because it didn't have the cylinder heads on. So, but putting it back in, we'll have to take the bonnet back. We'll have to take the bonnet off because it had clearance last time, but it won't have putting it with a full build engine. Yeah.
Okay.
So I put the gearbox back in, link everything back up as it should be, support it on the bell housing with that ratchet strap around your strut braces there, just for the time being. Now the engine he's bought is black, so we're going to have to wait for him to paint it, because he wants it forward blue. So just a bit of fannying around. It won't take long to bolt it all back together as such. It's just he needs to make his mind up what he's doing.
Of course.
Because we've got to get a new flex plate, because the engine he's bought is for a manual transmission. It's got a flywheel, not a flex plate. So you have to get the right flex plate. He'll have trouble with the front pulleys, because the front pulleys on one of these are 3-bolt. The front pulleys on a 302 or 4 or later 302 or 4 bolt. Because you will find a 289, but it'll cost you a lot of money. So it's all a bit of a mishmash of what's going on at the moment, blah blah blah, but I can get the gearbox back in now.
Okay.
Because he's been down and cleaned it all. Yeah, so it's only held in with, basically you've got, when it's bolted to the engine's supported on those engine mounts there, on the side of that one, see? Those.
Yep.
And they go down onto those. 1, 2. And then it's just those 2 bolts at the back that go across the cross member. So we'll lift it off here, put it up on that. Should balance fairly well on the pan underneath, it came out like that. Then we'll roll it underneath, but I need this freed up for when the engine comes to get the engine on it so we can paint it. So yeah, it's just logistics really of when he turns up and what he turns up with.
So how much does this gearbox weigh then?
I don't really know.
No, they're probably only about 50, 60 kilos.
Yeah, they're not massively heavy. They're heavy enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't got one of them and you haven't got a ramp, you roll around on the floor with gravel digging in the back of your head and try and get it in.
The worst was the FMX, which is cast
Done
iron.
that a lot. Right, shall we?
So what's the best way to approach this and...
2 of us pick that up, put it on there, take that off of there, put the car in the air, and roll it underneath and jack it up.
Oh, you go from underneath rather than on the
Yeah,
top.
that's what the idea of that, because you can jack that.
Right, okay.
Heavier than you thought, innit?
No, let's go down, mate, back.
All those muscles.
Let's get underneath it more.
You're not supposed to do that, are you?
My bollocks.
I love the profile of both of you.
Ladies.
Foreman will lick you.
Right. A little. Slowly.
Are you bored yet?
Yeah, oh yeah. Bored yet?
Yeah. Got to change standard now. Right, okay, I got.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I'll just get the 2 bolts out that hold it in. Back to you a bit more, mate.
Yeah. Got her in. Round about.
Right.
Yeah. There, there you go.
How long was that? There, so I can reach it.
What are you looking for?
Forward a little bit. Those there, on there. We've got to get the exhaust pipes clear first. You alright?
Yeah, you go. There you go. Yep. Right, there you go, that's that. Twist through. Hang on. Before you touch.
Alright?
Yeah, about there, up you go.
Up.
Yeah. Oh, Jack's got to go that way.
Alright?
Right, hang on. Yeah, give her a wiggle.
I'll get a podger.
Should, that's it. Right, hold on that.
Put it there a minute, I'll get a podger.
Yeah, podger. The joys of having a jack and a ramp.
And it helps having 3 of us, doesn't it? So.
Yeah.
2.
Thanks for your help.
Fucking 3. 3, the magic number. Right, let's get a strap on the front now then. Right.
Lovely.
What's holding that in then, Rob?
You got bolt there.
Yeah.
Through there, bolt through there, and just that ratchet strap at the moment.
Let's give that a little bit more on it. That'll be enough, won't it?
You right?
Sweet. Okay. Well, that's realistically about it for the moment. There's no, you don't want to bolt anything up hard till the engine's back on it. Tony hasn't cleaned the prop shaft. There's no point putting all the handbrake mechanism in until he's cleaned the prop shaft and we put that back in. Yeah, so he's brought all his bits down, various parts. Obviously we've got to put all the pumps back on it, and power steering, fuel pump, everything. But until we get the engine here, we can absolutely ascertain what he's bought.
Yeah.
Because like I say, those front pulleys, which I didn't know, Robin knew about it, they're 3 bolt, and the ones that he's got are 4 bolt. All sorts of bits of mix and match to get it to work, you know.
But as far as putting the gearbox back in, that's pretty much.
Yeah, you've got. Well, yeah. I mean, if it was all ready to rock and roll, then you could bolt it all up. You've got your gear shifter linkage to put on. That goes in there. You've got your kick down lever to put on. That goes in there. You've got your pipe, vacuum pipe that feeds to the modulator on the back. He's got a new sump coming with a drain plug and a new gasket and a filter.
Yeah.
So they can be done once it's all back together. But realistically, until you get everything lined up, you want to leave it all as loose as you can, so you can just jiggle it all together, you know. But yeah, it's only, like I say, once you've got that strap round there, because normally that would be bolted to the engine, you slide the whole lot in. But because of the way, I didn't want to take that power steering out, because we've had it before, haven't we, on Mustangs. The minute you touch the steering wheel, and people go, it don't drive like it used to, and so you're into a world of pain, so you're better off leaving all that sort of stuff alone if you can.